Alright guys, we are here today. So I switched my headphones out to, these are actually some wired headphones. Let me know if it's too loud. Might be too loud. Let me know. I'm slowly waking up, guys. I'm sorry. I have company over at my house right now. So. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff happening this week, to be honest, man. We got retail sales tomorrow. Fed rate decision Wednesday. Thursday we got jobless claims, and I believe we got GDP data. Friday we have PCE data, and it's quad witching day. So we're busy basically every day this week. A lot of stuff going on. Yeah, look at freaking AVGO. AVGO went to almost 240s this morning in pre-market, which is crazy. I'll put a 5-minute chart up. Like, look at this move for AVGO on the left side. That's kind of what's leading markets up some too. Tesla up to 440s. Now it's whether Tesla's gonna hit 5 this year. It might. Nvidia down to 133.40s. Yeah, I'm looking at Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin up to, Bitcoin got up to almost 107s. It's at 104s right now, 103.5. So Bitcoin's been rising too. Let's take a look. Here's AVG on the left side again. It's a big story today. Bitcoin up to crazy amounts. So look at that. Hit almost 107s. Is this today? That was yesterday. So yesterday, Bitcoin almost hit 107s. Yeah, we got so much stuff going on. No, Santa rally won't happen, and quit giving people false narratives. Yeah, I mean, me asking a question is not giving people a false narrative. It's almost the holidays, and I'm asking people if we're gonna get a Santa rally. I think that's perfectly fine. And I think you're probably just you're probably just a little bit too desperate to criticize. No offense, I mean, it's all good. But yeah. Anyways, Apple at 250s. We'll see what Apple does. I'm watching Apple again. Apple's been breaking lifetime highs. 250, 80s is the technical lifetime highs that Apple has on its chart. It's at 249s basically right now. We're watching that. Tesla almost to 450s. See what happens there. What's up, Faye? YZ. The big news today. We got ISM. Right, for sure. You know how it goes, though. Like, a lot of the time, the people that are the most critical are people who have tried to, become, a YouTuber in finance and then failed at it, and then they're just harsh on everybody else because, they weren't able to do it. Honestly, I see that so much. It's crazy how many bitter, and so if I'm asking a freaking question, honestly, I think we might get a Santa rally. I think I think some people might already consider what we've seen already this December a Santa rally. Maybe not in Nvidia, but certainly in crypto and Bitcoin. If we look at the S&P 500 over this period of time, are we gonna say, here's Christmas, here's December here, basically, right? We've already run up some this holiday season, and now we're heading into what has historically been the week that we run. When we get Santa rallies, typically it is during the holiday. right? Like it's the week leading up to the holiday, through the holiday, and I've seen it a lot. Like honestly, I cover the market every year, and we get it a lot. Like, so the question is, and again, it's a question, it's not a statement. The question is, are we gonna have a Santa rally? It's possible. You know, it's possible. Again, some could say we've already hit that on Bitcoin, up over 100K, hit almost 107K yesterday. Some would argue we're already in the Santa rally. But yeah. Yeah, I doubt we'll hear back. Usually, you know how it goes. It's like criticism. When I respond, it's just kind of crickets, because they don't really have much else they can say back. They know, you know. Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say we've already had a Santa rally in crypto. Crypto rally up to 107s. Yeah, almost got there, Sam. Almost. Love the season. Yeah, I love Christmas, dude. I really do. It's like my favorite holiday ever. It's my favorite holiday because I get to hang out with family and visit family. But you got some people that just hate it and they're just mean and they just don't like it. You know, either way. Yeah. Yep. Maybe they didn't mean it negatively. It's all good. Like, I try to be optimistic, you know. Usually people are just people, you know. Anyways, we're up to 105s right now. How about... And look, like, so let me, like, everybody's mad at the Hawk Tua girl about how her parent crypto scam, right? And I think, I don't, whether she scammed people or whether just the people associated with the coin that she, like, got involved with it scam people, it's still hard, it's a little cloudy. What I will say is that, are we gonna sit here and pretend like all these other big time, like, she's just following the steps that all the other people laid in front of her, right? What is it, like Logan Paul? Like, I could give me a list. Hold on, look, this is where AI is useful here. So I'm gonna list all the famous people that have rug pulled people in crypto. The Hawk Tua girl, number 1. FaZe Clan members. Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather, Jake Paul, Soulja Boy, and more. Right? Are we canceling any of them for doing it? You know? I just think there needs to be an even reaction. If not, what's happening is, like, people are making content about it to get views, and then that's it. Like, rapping, getting people more upset and all this stuff. But I think we gotta have an even standard. Yes, Terry. Hey, there you are, K Trader. Yeah, like I said, it's all good. I'm not trying to be combative, but presenting it as inevitable or overhyped could mislead people, especially in a volatile or typical market environment, especially for new traders. Well, yeah, nothing is inevitable or definitive in markets. Like, we're all just kind of speculating on the future. And again, you're coming to a channel if you don't watch this channel regularly, right? Like, I don't ever tell people anything. I don't ever tell anybody anything is going to happen, because I have no freaking idea what's going to happen, right? And if new traders come here, they're going to get a realistic outlook on, like, markets. I'm not going to tell them this is absolutely going to happen or this is definitely going to happen. Nothing's definitive. There's always variance. And I don't even claim to be a good trader. And in my title, I'm not even telling people it's going to happen. I'm asking people, will we get a Santa rally, right? I might actually make that my poll today. It's certainly not telling people we are going to have one. It's asking people, because I think asking people and seeing what other people's opinions are on this subject, you know, whether we get a Santa rally or not, a lot of the time is based around other people, especially retail sentiment, you know. And so if retail sentiment is bullish, you know, that even if retail sentiment is bullish, it doesn't mean we're going to get one, but it might give us some more clues onto whether we get one or not. And I think that's important. But as I always say, guys, not an investment professional. I might have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't even claim to be a good trader. Don't copy me. I do trade off stream. You're not going to see all my trades. Understand CFTC 4.41 hypothetical or simulated performance have limitations, guys. Don't copy me, because I have no idea what I'm talking about. With that said, I forgot my scrollers today, guys. Yeah, there we go. So let me fix this real quick. All right, so we got the big FOMC meeting on Wednesday, surrounded by retail sales on Tuesday and PCE inflation data on Friday. A huge week for markets. Will we get bullish or bearish action? Let us know live in chat. Remember, we are not market professionals. Nothing here should be taken as financial advice, and we are not liable for any losses taken in finance. Good luck. There we go. Well, we'll let that be our thing for the day. I think that's good. Yep. Oh, my disclaimer's still there, guys. My bad. There we go. But again, it's all good. I watch your channel every day, and I like you, bro. You do great work for this community. Thank you for your content. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. What a good conversation, you know. But no, I appreciate it. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you. If you watch me every day, though, you should know. Like, I don't ever tell people anything. And a lot of the time in my title, I phrase questions. I say, hey guys, is this gonna happen? Is this gonna happen? Oh wait, so Trey Brown says, as a new trader, how does the pre-market help us? I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily designed to help you as a new trader. Thank you so much for your donation. Again, I don't know if it's necessarily designed to help you as a trader. Pre-market is a time in which liquidity is a little bit lower, and they do that intentionally, right? So they intentionally lower liquidity specifically by limiting market orders. So you can't use market orders in pre-market and stocks and in the stock market, in the stock exchanges. You can't use market orders, which genuinely like limits liquidity in a decent amount, right? What this allows them to do is then release news in the morning. So it's one of the reasons, like in pre-market, you get at 8:30 in pre-market, you get these big news releases like CPI, PPI inflation, PCE inflation, GDP data, all that stuff. That stuff drops in pre-market specifically because they target it for a lower liquidity environment, as well as you also have earnings that come out super early in the morning. And again, this is intentional to keep the liquidity, you know, it's going to be better for that stuff to release early in the morning when less traders are awake, when less traders are trading, so that it causes less like crazy movements in markets, if that makes sense, right? Because if it happens after market hours, you know, bad news can really get bad, you know, if everybody's staring at it, watching it whenever the highest liquidity in markets are around. And same thing for good news. Like, it just kind of evens out some of the emotion, I would say. And I think that's probably their primary goal of having an extended hour session. But again, they're talking about getting rid of it now and letting markets be open 24/7, which I think is a horrible idea, a terrible idea. But thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, appreciate it, Pawn. So SoftBank CEO just announced a $100 billion investment in the U.S. during the visit. So Sun will also promise in a joint announcement to create 100,000 jobs focused on AI on CNBC. Microsoft just made a big decision about Bitcoin that could affect the ability to become a crypto millionaire. So on December 10th, Microsoft shareholders voted against a proposal to ask the company to add Bitcoin to its balance sheet. Microsoft's board had recommended that shareholders vote no, so the rejection was perhaps no surprise. It seems Microsoft is not the only target of Bitcoin shareholder activism. So yeah, Microsoft's anti-Bitcoin. I don't know if that's a good thing for them. Relief Therapeutics rise on positive trial data. Here's some other Palantir MicroStrategy joined the NASDAQ 100 with Moderna and Supermicro got booted out. Wow, I didn't realize that. So Palantir is in, but Supermicro got booted out of the NQ. I heard about this last week. I didn't think they were actually going to do it. And yeah, you can kind of see the big dip that it's getting from getting booted out of the NASDAQ 100. It can always get added back, but that's not good news, of course. That's not good. OMG, he didn't mention jobs. 5 years ago, the monthly jobs report was the biggest thing, and nobody cared about CPI, PPI, and truly nobody ever heard of PCE. I'm gonna tell you this, Jeff, and again, I know, like, there were some that watched this stuff before I started covering it. But once I started covering this and getting views from it, once I started covering CPI and PPI inflation data, right? Like, what I noticed the big market reactions we would get from that economic data, and I started watching it about 3 years ago. And since I started covering it as a financial YouTuber, and I started getting views, like good views for my channel, right? And it was a blessing to my YouTube channel. But once I started covering it, a lot of other people noticed me covering it and getting views from it. And so then they started covering it as well, and that caused this snowball-like effect of economic reports, where a ton more people watch economic reports on YouTube. I'm not going to take all the credit for it, but I know a lot of people saw me get views and started copying me 100%. Without question, they started copying me. And this is something they'll never admit, probably, but a lot of them absolutely copied me and started covering this economic data. But some watched it beforehand, you know. Of course, everybody's going to claim they did, but most people didn't. I guess the point is, the reason a lot of people are paying attention to economic reports now is because my channel started covering it and getting views, and so then they tried to piggyback off of that, and some of them got views from it, and then others covered it, and it just kind of started this domino effect. And I can't really complain because that's the nature of YouTube, but yeah. Okay, so you're gonna give me 40K, Jordan? Come on now, bro. I mean, it's in my Discord. If you really want to send me 40K, I'll take 40K if you want to send it to me. But something tells me that you're not, you know. And aren't there some like crypto scams that happen from this where somebody's trying to, they want you to, you know. Oh, there's something that goes on from it. Yeah, the big thing this week's going to be a busy week. We'll get 100,000 plus views this week based off of the Fed decision, PCE data, GDP data. All this stuff's coming this week, guys. So just be ready. Alright, yeah, I'm looking at all the other news coming out today. We got a lot of people talking about some of these penny cap, small cap stocks. Yeah, you need my social too, guys? Hey, thank you. Look, my username in Discord, and be careful, you're gonna have a million people try to send you. You're gonna have a bunch of people that are gonna be like, hey, it's me, guys, it's me. I'm gonna post a message in the main day trading chat of the Discord titled, hey guys, this is my main account. I've got John top 3 best ever, and I got 2 German Shepherds as my profile picture. But yeah, I'm not gonna send you a message, so if anybody sends you a message, it's not me, you know. Yeah. Here, what is it? If you really want to send me Bitcoin, I'll give you my address. But just know you don't have to, even if it's 40K, right? Like I appreciate it. You know, I'm gonna act like this is real, and just tell you you don't have to do that. You know, like I do very well. I live a very blessed life. Yeah. And just to be safe, I'm gonna send you my I'm gonna send you one of my wallets I never use. But I use it occasionally, but it's not my main one. Yeah, Spencer Rattler season almost got the W. Did he really? I haven't been watching. Is he still the Saints QB? Spencer Rattler? He was on that show. I used to watch him on that show, that football show. I am on Top Step X, but I am also currently on Top Step's funded account program. Yeah, here, I'm just gonna remove this one. Yeah, Derek Carr, he's okay, he's just not great. Alright. Yeah, I didn't even watch football this weekend. I really didn't. how you doing today after a rough Friday? I felt bad. You gonna trade today? Don't feel bad, bro. Again, I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I make money every day. Okay? Doesn't matter how much I lose. It doesn't matter how much you see me lose. I'm here to tell you, I make money every day. I'm not even bragging. I'm just being honest, right? So you should never feel bad for me in that regard. Because I make money regardless of whether I win or lose in trading. You know. Is the music too loud? And yeah, we just got beat up a little bit on Friday, but we'll be alright. Honestly, we're up today. We're up a lot on our toss account. And yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I kept it pretty light on Friday too, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't trade a lot on Friday. Like, yeah, we lost like $70 on Friday in our main express funded account. Like, so, and we actually made money on our toss account. So, and I'm up today too, man. Honestly, I bought Bitcoin at 92K. I bought the BITO ETF, and that's up big. It's been up big. I've been making money on that thing every day. It's up to almost 27s right now. I did trade some size for sure. Is there data coming in this morning? I think we have PMI data coming out today. It's not a huge release though. Yeah, so today we have Flash Services and Manufacturing PMI. We got the Empire State Manufacturing Index coming out in 13 minutes. So we do have that. I forgot. Here, I'll title my stream for it so we can actually, like, cover it. But we got the Empire State Manufacturing Index coming out. Whoa, what have I done? Click something. Go away, Copilot. Yes, we got the Empire State Manufacturing Index. We'll title it that, and then we'll cover it when it drops in about 13 minutes. I need to add. This is what I need to add. I'm realizing. What is the service I use? I'm trying to think of the service. What's the meta service that I use for YouTube? I can't think of the name of it. Oh, I remember this. Okay, never mind. I got it. Yeah, I got it. Let me log in. Bro. All right, I found it. There we go. Let me get the extension in. Okay, there we go. We're in there. All right, so I had to do something here. I might have to reset this. There we go. We got it back up. All right, so yeah, we got the Empire State Manufacturing data coming out. We will cover this live. And then we also have manufacturing. I don't know if it's services. All right, so we go to cut this out. Get rid of this. Yeah, so it's the FOMC week, guys. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right, you guys ready? We got something that goes on. There we go. All right, we got everything up. Let me get I'm supposed to be able to have, they're supposed to give me like a chat. Like last time, I'll have to do this differently. The Santa haters. Who knew people would be so upset about a Santa rally, you know? Listen, we got the top 3 greatest music of all time ever here. Based on seasonality, do you think we'll have a Santa rally? I really don't know. I think we're up a lot already, right? And a lot of the time what happens is like typically we get pullbacks and weakness, and then the Santa rally kind of saves us from pullbacks or weakness. But I don't think we've necessarily seen pullbacks or weakness, at least in most stocks. One of the big nuances of markets that has changed a little bit over the last, like, I would say 4 months is that Nvidia is not leading the market like it used to. You know, historically, over the past year, Nvidia has led the market. Like, Nvidia has been doing big things, moving the market in a crazy way, and we're just not really seeing that anymore. Like, Nvidia is actually pulling back some here. So we're just not really, like, seeing it anymore like that. So it's interesting, right? Like, I don't know. Like, if we look at the broad markets here, here's Bitcoin, here's the SPY itself. You know, SPY's up big, but if you look at Nvidia today, Nvidia's down technically. If we put a 5-minute chart up here, you know, Nvidia had a really like hella weak day yesterday or Friday. So interesting for sure because again, Tesla's up big, the SPY is up big, Nvidia's down. I guess the market did follow Nvidia to a certain extent, but the market's not so weighted to Nvidia as much as it was maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. So yeah, the market's just not as weighted to Nvidia. Tesla doing great. I think it's starting to watch Tesla. Look at the SPY up to 606. Looks very strong this morning. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Hey, thanks, brother. I don't know if Nvidia's done. Like, I think people sensationalize things. You know, Nvidia is one of the healthiest, strongest companies in the world, and I don't think, you know, it having a pullback after breaking highs after highs after highs is really time to say it's done. Maybe it is. Guys, I make so much money, please don't send 40K in Bitcoin. I'm not telling them please don't send it. I mean, if they want to send it, they can send it, you know. What I'm saying is that other people probably need it more than me. And so if you're going to send and if somebody, I'll tell you this, if he does send it to me, I'll give it away. I'll make y'all that deal. If I do get the 40K, which is super unlikely, let's just be real here. It's much more probable actually that he's trying to like hack me in some way. But if for whatever reason I do get it, I'll give it away, you know. It'll be a Christmas giving thing, you know. Yeah. Yeah, look, again, I would love $40 extra $1,000, but if I do get it, I'll just give it away, right? Will you give to Rosie or Carol? I won't give it to anybody in my family. You know. But I'm not, again, it's much more likely he's just trying, like, if you want me to be real, it's much more likely he's just trying to track my transactions. Which, I don't think this, like, the one I sent him doesn't really have any big transactions on. Currently, the wallet he sent me has, or I sent, has $9 in it. A whopping $9. If I look at my transactions here, I'll go through them, right? Like, we have only made, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 transactions in the last year, you know. So it's not really like a big, you know. If he's trying to get a gotcha moment, you know, I'm not the right guy. I'm not gonna send him my main addresses. Amazon's ripping up. It's at 229s. So Amazon's testing the highs of the day now. Yeah. Got a question. I'm new to Top Step. Where do you find the charges for round trip of micros? If you go to the trade tab here, like we lost a little bit, but if you go to the trade tab here and you look at, hold on. If you go to the trade tab here, can y'all see this? Sorry, I'm trying to make it so that y'all can see. You go to this right side, you can see the P&L, and then you can see commissions are 0, but the fees are 74 cents per micro contract, right? So it's 74 cents per contract, which is plenty, right? One micro contract can move $20, $30, so 74 cents per contract is plenty. Look at NVIDIA shoot back up. So NVIDIA's rising back up. NVIDIA at 134.40s. All right, we got 3 minutes chat until the Empire State Manufacturing data comes out. 3 minutes. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, Manny. Look, people really are never happy here. This is one thing I realized. People are really never happy. If I say, think about how critical this is. If I put my title and I'm like, hey, are we going to have a Santa rally? People are legit mad. I asked a question in my title, right? That's the first thing people have gotten mad at me today. The second reason people have gotten mad at me is because some dude was like, hey, I'm going to gift you 40K. You know, last week he sent me about $400 or $500 to $300 maybe. And so people are mad now that I said, number one, he could just be trying to scam me. That's number one. Number two is that if it does come through, I'm going to give it away. You know, people are mad about that now too, man. This is, man, the internet undefeated here. Cheers to you guys. I'm trying to be a good person. You know, I genuinely am. I think people can probably see that. I'm trying to be a good person. I mean, I'm absolutely doing YouTube to make money without question. But, you know, if I can do good outside of that, cool. Yep. Lion, stop yelling at me, bro. You can give me 10K. I ain't hating. Hey, listen. Yeah. All right, guys. Empire State data coming out right now. 30 seconds. We got Empire State Manufacturing data coming out. It's expected at 6.4. 6.4 is what's expected at. We got 30 seconds. Hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you're fully caught up. We also have housing starts that are already out. Housing starts came in a little bit higher than expected, too. Maybe that's good for real estate. All right, here goes the Empire State data. We're dropping in 20 seconds. Chat, 20 seconds. You can see the SPY up on the left side, NVIDIA in the middle. All right, here we go. There's the data release. Data came in at 0.2, much lower, much weaker than expected manufacturing at 0.2 versus 6.4 expected. 0.2 versus 6.4 expected. Guys, so Empire State expected 6.4. We ended up showing 0.2, a weaker manufacturing sector than expected here. If we look at the NASDAQ, not really getting any reaction here from all of this, but a weaker manufacturing sector, 0.2 versus, yeah, we'll put the text up, 0.2. Yeah, so here, we'll put this data up on screen, but again, it came in at 0.2 versus 10 expected, much weaker. Market didn't really react to this, but there's the data right there. Hold on, we'll put it up on screen. There's the data right there. Market's honestly pushing up some from this report. Yeah, so again, we're pushing up a little bit. Q is up to 533. SPY is up to 606 today. Big movements here, big movements. I'm going to do a poll today. Will we get a Santa rally? This is going to be the new option. Will we get a Santa rally this year? Yes or no? Vote on the poll. Let me know what you guys think. Poll is now live. Will we get a Santa rally this year? Oh, sorry. I just saw Pawn's option for a poll. It's all good. Oh, we got the fake Alex Carp in chat. Hey, what's up, fake Alex Carp? How's your scamming going today? You know, cheers. All for fun and fun for all. Scott's Tots. Scott's Tots is honestly the hardest episode of The Office ever to watch. Office fans love Scott. Office fans notoriously know Scott's Tots. Hardest episode to ever watch of any show. The premise of Scott's Tots. Yeah. The premise of Scott's Tots, just to put this into perspective, I'm going to give you guys the layout of Scott's Tots. All right. In Scott's Tots, Michael Scott, like a low-level paper executive, a decade before had promised this whole classroom of kids in elementary school that if they got into college, he would pay for all of their college experience, right? And he promised this naively under the assumption that he would be rich in 10 years. And so 10 years pass, and there he is. He realizes that now's the time that all like 20 of the kids got into college. They had one of the highest success rates out of the school of any class in college because of the promise that Michael Scott made to them. And so they go to the school to visit, and they have like this whole theme where they go to the school and all the kids have like prepared a dance where they're like doing all this dance, and they're like they make this big show for Michael Scott, who they think is going to now pay for their college, when really Michael Scott's broke. He's not going to pay for anybody. He's not going to pay for one kid's college, let alone all 20 of them. And so they have this like it's the hardest episode to watch, is him go in there and have to tell them that he's not paying for the college. Hardest episode ever to watch. Yeah, the market didn't really react to it. Yeah, some people are saying we've already hit a Santa rally. I mean, listen, maybe we have. Again, I think it depends on what you look at. Bitcoin is certainly rallying this year and leading up to the holidays. So Bitcoin's certainly rallying. This data didn't really influence markets much at all. So we're not really getting any big reaction from this data. What's up, Chef? waiting for the old rug pull. Will we get a rally? Yeah, we got the Fed decision this week, guys. So that's actually a big report. Is we got the FOMC meeting this Wednesday. That's the biggest thing of the week. If you want to know what the big thing is of the week. And again, anybody claiming we're going to do anything outside of a Fed rate cut of 25 basis points doesn't understand economics. Right? So like here, stop it. Honestly, my computer's annoying in that regard. No. See, what the problem is I've zoomed in on OBS. And so now it's like tricky here. All right, there we go. All right, so here's the Fed likelihood. We are 97 to 3% chance of a 25 basis point cut. This is a 25. This is a 0. Right? And so now this is much more probable. Anybody saying we're going to do anything outside of a rate cut doesn't really understand. Yeah, is the music too loud, guys? Let me know. I can turn the music down. Is that better? All right, looking at our poll number, 78% think yes, 22% think no. And again, I don't know whether we do or not. I'm not saying we do or don't. Bro, here's something I'm frustrated about, bro. Yeah, so hey guys, please stop posting. If you try to post your ETH wallet here, I'm gonna ban you. So respectfully, please, no, don't do that. Nobody's gonna send you anything here, brother. Sorry. Is it too low now? I turned it down a lot. Is it too low? You know, I have these wired headphones, and honestly, it's going to work great, right? So one of the things about these wired headphones is that I can control the volume much better with these, right? And so the good thing is that whenever we have a big economic meeting, like during the Fed meeting, if it's too low, I'll be able to turn it up a lot and let people truly hear what's going on. So, and sometimes you run into streams where they just have the volume way too low. Now with these specific headphones, I can really control it better. All right, is it good now? Yeah, just let me know. There we go. And remember, guys, I have no freaking idea what I'm talking about. Might be wildly wrong about anything and everything I say. Like, I don't even claim to be a good trader. We just cover economics here. So we cover economic stuff. Today, we've got manufacturing and I believe it's services. It might be flash and services PMI data coming out. Yeah, so we got flash and manufacturing. We got flash services and manufacturing data at 9:45 today. We're going to be covering that live as it happens. We also have retail sales tomorrow. We got core and regular retail sales capacity utilization and the home builder confidence. Wednesday, we got the FOMC decision. Thursday, we got GDP, jobless claims, Philly Fed index, and more. Friday, we got PCE data, personal consumption expenditure index, which is inflation data. Core PCE is the big one. It's expected at 2.9% on the year. Core PCE actually expected to bump up a little bit year over year, but month to month, it's actually expected to decrease. And consumer sentiment. And Friday is quad witching day, technically triple witching. But we got a lot of economic reports coming out today. Should I bump it up a little bit more now? So at the current level, is the music too loud, or too low, or you want it a little bit higher, or no? Good. Tiny bump up. It's fine. Okay, we'll keep it here. Is triple witching better than quantum computing? No. I don't know how to answer that. You're asking me, is triple witching? Do you know what triple witching is? A day of historical volatility. It used to be quad witching whenever there was such a thing as single stock futures, right? But it's just a day where all the contract types expire. And so you have, historically, you had 4 different types of contracts. You had single stock futures, which no longer exist. You had index futures so you had single stock futures like Apple futures, which no longer exist. You have index futures, so you got like the S&P, the NASDAQ futures that expire. You have single stock options like Apple stock options, Amazon stock options, and then you have index options. So then you have like the S&P 500 options, the NASDAQ options. So all 4 of those contract types historically expire on quad witching day, but now it's just triple witching. So now you just have index futures, stock options, and index options that expire this Friday. And historically, because of all those contracts expiring on the same day, it causes volatility, right? We don't know if it's going to cause volatility, but it's a famous day in markets. Yeah. We're going to answer it like he's not trolling, because I think people understanding what quad witching is important. Again, we also have retail sales coming out tomorrow. Retail sales expected to bump up to 0.6%. 0.6% for retail sales tomorrow. Core retail sales expected at 0.4%. It is triple witching. We call it quad witching anyway, but it's triple witching technically. All right, we asked people we get a Santa rally. We're basically 75-25. So 3/4 of people here think that we're going to get a Santa rally this year. And again, I'm not even telling you we do. I have no idea if we do or not. All right, chat. Oh, also, if you want to check out Top Step, we are going to be day trading live today on Top Step X. There's no PDT run futures. They give you a demo. They test your skill with the demo. If you pass the test with the demo, they fund you with a regular account. Top Step, if you want to learn to day trade, again, the way I always talk about it, and again, I'm biased. I get paid by them, so I'm biased, of course. But if you want to learn to day trade, do not risk your own money in the beginning, because almost all day traders lose. And again, marketing is really, really strong when day trading, so they're going to convince you that if you just risk your own 5, 10, 15K, if you just buy their content or their course, you're going to be rich. Not gurus out there on YouTube and all that stuff. They're going to convince you that stuff. Don't try it. Most day traders end up losing everything they try to do. Everything they fund their account in, most day traders lose. Top Step in that regard is incredibly powerful. They're the most legit funded program in the world. They give you a demo. They test your skill with a demo account first. This teaches you how to trade. You have some pressure to succeed, but it's not the full extent of like risking $5, $10, $20, $30,000 in a live account. The risk is noticeably less. The base one is only $49 a month, so that's your risk. It's $49 a month. They're going to give you a 50K demo account, and it's kind of like a souped up demo account. If you were going to pay for a demo account outside of this with real-time data, it's going to be in the same ballpark as that, right? But if you pass their test, if you take that 50K and you make 3K in profit without losing 2K first, following their rules and conditions, they fund you 50K, 90% split. They've paid out over $150 million in the last few years. They fund thousands of traders. They've been around for over 12 years. They're the most legit one in the world. And in the futures market, guys, you can day trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, gold, some currencies. Patterns are super, super similar to indices patterns and index patterns, but there's no PDT restrictions. And so your risk is limited, but if you pass the test, you get a 90% split, and you get to keep your first 10K in profit as well. So the split in the funded account is similar to funding your own account. The risk is just generally noticeably less than risking thousands of dollars, and most day traders lose. And so I think that's the same here. I don't think it matters where you go. Most day traders are going to lose, and to be blunt, it's a lot cheaper to lose here, right? But again, I'm biased. If you want to check them out, I'll put the link in the description. Understand these rules right here, guys. Not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose money. I have no freaking idea what I'm talking about. You want to confirm all this stuff with them, there's the link if you want to check it out. Understand CFTC 4.41 hypothetical or simulated performance have limitations, guys. All right. There we go. Got that out the way. What's bias? Bias means I have an opinion about it already, you know. Bias technically is an opinion in favor or against one thing, person, group compared with another, usually in a way that to be considered unfair. What's the point of a 50K account if you can only lose 2K? Because if you try to trade with $2,000 itself, you're not going to have the buying power to buy a lot of this stuff, you know, but we getting a Grinch rally? Maybe, brother, maybe. Do y'all like these, so you see how New York manufacturing data is in bright green? Would you guys rather it a different color? A different color, maybe? Then just say you have an opinion. I mean, I don't think saying I'm biased is rocket science. If you find that to be rocket science, again, you got bigger problems here. And it's all love, but, you know, that's one of the top 3 dumbest statements of all time. How about green if it's good news, red if it's bad news? Okay, I like that. I would say this is red. Although I don't think it's big enough to really influence things. Also, if you do sign up to Top Step, use Top Step X because there's 0 commission on Top Step X. Right? I just don't think this is terrible news. I mean, this isn't great news. I mean, so I'm gonna change the color to red. I like that idea. You know? Yeah, there we go. Cognitive bias. Yeah. Look, guys, everybody here should understand the definition of bias. Bias means I'm opinionated in favor of them in this context that I'm using. And so I get paid by them. And so I'm certainly biased. And y'all can get mad at me for saying it like that. But again, that just kind of proves everybody's always unhappy on the internet here. Y'all should appreciate that I'm honest about it. Top Step's great, you know, but I think regardless of my bias, Top Step's great, but I guess that would kind of cancel out the point of having a bias anyway. I don't know if it's necessarily bad moves. I don't think the market's really reacted to it. I think the market just didn't really react to this. Is that really the middle of the screen? It feels like some other way it was, but it's okay. Right, bias is a normal word. If you have trouble understanding bias, you know, you'll be alright. Yeah, another definition is cause to feel or show an inclination for or against something or someone. You know? Safety helmet? Do y'all think we pull back next year? Do y'all think we correct next year is the big question. We're up so much here. So like, let's take a look percentages. We're up so much already though, guys. So the question is, do we correct? So let's take a look at the percentages here. Right, so looking at the NASDAQ here. I want to see what the market is up in the last 2 years on the NASDAQ. So let's take a look. NASDAQ, I want to see where it's at today. NASDAQ at 533s. 533. So since 2023, yeah, we could look at this. The NASDAQ, guys, at the start of 2023 was at 260. That's crazy. So the NASDAQ has gone from 260, chat, all the way up to 533s. So the NASDAQ since 2023 is up 105%. 105% since January 2023. That's crazy. You know, that's over 50% gains a year. You know, that's a crazy gain. Let's take a look at the S&P now. So since S&P at 2023 was at about 380. Man, it's crazy to even think about us being like that low in price. Currently, we are at what now? 605s. 606s. So the S&P, a little bit less tech heavy. So the S&P is a little bit less tech heavy. Or the SPY, I should say. So the SPY was, again, if we look at 2023, was at 380s. Now it's at 606. So the SPY is up 60% in 2 years. The NASDAQ is up 100%, which is crazy. And I guess the NASDAQ is up big. So the year that the NASDAQ did, honestly, it's pretty freaking even, dude. Like, so NASDAQ went from 260s, 264s, we'll call it 260, all the way up to 4s. So last year, the NASDAQ went up 53%. Is that right? Did the NASDAQ do 53% last year? I didn't realize it was that big. Let me do that again. So 264s, we'll call it 265s, just to make it a little bit more down there. From 265s up to 408s. Wow. So yeah, in 2023, the NASDAQ did 54%. 54%. And then that means this year it did another basically 50% already. That's crazy. I think we correct a little bit next year. Yeah, here's the SPY, here's the Q. Just crazy gains, guys. I just think it's time to correct a little bit. I think long term we're gonna go up regardless, but I think it's time for us to correct. No, like, do you guys agree? Oh yeah, we got GDP this week too. I forgot about that. So we got GDP on Thursday. GDP expected at 2.9%, expected a bump up 0.1% from their last revision. This is the second revision data. So last time they showed up at 2.8%. They're going to correct that, at least according to analysts, up to 2.9% this year, or for this month. This month's GDP report. %100% in 2 years. Yeah, it's crazy. What's at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time? So no, we already had the data come out. At this point in time, we have next big report is going to be at 9:45. We're going to have flash services and manufacturing PMI at 9:45. Sky is the limit. I'm probably in the sky flying with the fishes, or maybe in the ocean swimming with the pigeons. See, my world is different, you know? Is that what you're saying? All right. Hey, we're at 6:06. Yeah, you're right, actually, Sam. Sorry, actually, my math is wrong. Actually, you're correct, Sam. So, yeah, so you're actually correct. So, hold on, let me fix this. Yeah, so The market is up 100%. Texas time. Full week ahead. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's easier to look at it like this then. So, how much is the market up from 2023? Again, we're at 265s all the way up to 265s up to 533. So technically in the last 2 years, well, no, that's actually correct. So in the last 2 years, technically we're up 101%. Now, if you go year by year, the calculation's different, but yeah. Yeah, so a total return of about 55% since 2023 is what it would be. Wait. It depends on where you look at it, but yeah. $5 printed, right? Bad math. Still makes that money though. Well, this math is bad. I'm usually decent with math, but I'm simplifying a little bit too much, but it's all right. All right, so again, we're at 533s. Yeah, I mean, government services contribution, GDP. My NVIDIA. Yeah, NVIDIA popped up. It needed this too. So look at the SPY. The SPY just broke highs of the day again. We're up to 606. Doge, where's Doge at? I haven't looked at Doge. The last time I looked at it was at what, like 30 cents, 40 cents? I'm sure it's doing good with Bitcoin's price rise. Doge is currently at 40 cents. Okay. So yeah. Doge is at 40 cents. We'll see if it holds. Bitcoin dominance is way up and wrecking altcoins. Yeah, for sure. Do you think NASDAQ will break the weekly high? Bro, the amount of spam ads that I get, dude. You get a Fiji water sponsorship? Yeah, dude, I should. Fiji, where you at, guys? John's water sponsorship. I need it. No. And they wouldn't win if they tried to. Like, I literally tell nobody anything. I'm constantly, disclaimers are everywhere. And, like, yeah, I'm safe. You know. Last Wednesday, you assessed the CPI data quickly and accurately, which helped me pass my... Hey, nice, Chewy. Congrats, man. That's great. That's great. Yeah. So, again, guys, be ready. So, we have manufacturing and services data coming out soon. Flash. Yeah, so Flash manufacturing and services PMI come out at 945. Yeah, now, I really hope they don't. I really hope they don't freaking make the market open 24/7. I think that would be freaking horrible. They should never do that. That would be terrible, terrible if they tried to. You know what I mean? Like, making the market open 24/7 would ruin a lot of stuff, dude. It really would. It would genuinely, like, ruin markets. I just hope they don't do it. But who freaking knows, bro? They're going to push this to do a lot of dumb stuff, I think. You know, unfortunately. Yeah, so this is a big week, guys. A big freaking week. It's a big freaking week for markets. All right. Yeah, we got the FOMC decision this week, too. Alright. And again, we're going to get ready to day trade the opening bell here. We'll see if we do better today. Yeah, dude, the problem is, like, look. All traders should be wildly against 24/7 stock market. Why? Is because if you think you're stressed now trying to avoid manipulation, if you are against manipulation, imagine never being able to sleep. Imagine them waiting until freaking 2 a.m. when everybody's sleeping and then hitting with a bunch of crazy manipulation, a bunch of crazy news stories coming out. You know, my guess is that the big banks and the big companies in the market that want to be sketchy are the ones pushing this, because I don't think we should ever be open 24/7 in stocks. I want to be able to sleep at night without worrying about somebody pumping and dumping my holdings. I think it's a horrible idea. And honestly, the good thing about the opening bell is we get consolidated volatility. And so if you're a day trader, you should 100% want the New York Open, right? We need an opening session. I just don't think it's a good idea. I think it's terrible. Were there ever cases of streamers and YouTubers getting sued? It's not about streamers and YouTubers. It's about finance. Nobody. And so it's, if you ever watch the movie like Dumb Money, right? Like, I watched it this weekend, actually. One of the things he says is like, look, it's standard practice. You know, it's standard practice. You have to have disclaimers, right? Like, I don't tell anybody to do anything anyway. And I I pad everything with disclaimers, and so it doesn't matter either way for me. Like, I'm pretty safe regardless, but you know, there's a lot of other people that are just that are obviously out here giving financial advice, and I'm not trying to be that, you know. All right, so yeah, so after hours trading suffers low volume, leading to wire spread. Yeah, so I asked AI what the likelihood of 24/7. It said medium term in 2 to 5 years potentially. So the US SEC has approved a 24x national exchange to operate US security trading for 23 hours and 5 days a week starting in 2025. The exchange plans to launch in 2 phases, initially operating from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern on weekdays and eventually expanding. The New York Stock Exchange is also exploring this. It looks like the stock traded, they're looking towards 24/7. And I think like there's also a monetary thing, right? Like I think they want more customers overseas. And I think they're looking at it in terms of like a monetary factor where they're like, hey, if we open this up to 24/7 trading, we're going to be able to get in more trades, more investors, more interest, more people buying our stuff versus limited hours. And while I understand that, I think they have to think about like, I'm a purist here. I want to go back to, like, I want it to be how it's always been. I don't want them to change that. And yeah, Limitless is a good movie. Day trading's in it. It's good, but yeah, it's a bad idea, Tiny. It really is. How about Colby Covington getting dropped, dude? Just beat up. Yeah. Yeah, it's just not gonna be good. I think it'll be harder for everybody to get their stuff in. Like in trading, liquidity will be worse. Like it's not gonna be as good. Kids and tiny accounts once 24 have an actual large portfolios don't 100%. Yeah. Yeah, Limitless is a great movie, honestly. Just a good movie, right? I like it a lot. Every guy dreams to have that power, but, you know. No, I don't watch the show. The show basically seems, to me, the show Limitless seems kind of like a ripoff of Suits. So I don't know, man. I think it's basically the same thing as Suits. All right, here I'm gonna put a. Okay, I'm gonna put the time that this is coming out right here. Alright guys, so we are here. Overnight trading would be awesome. No, it would not. I mean it's subjective, right? So it's everybody's different, but alright guys, get ready. We're gonna day trade live today. So stick around. We are gonna be day trading live. My computer's so much faster now too, man. I love my new computer. Yeah, we lost a little bit on this account last week. I usually buy this dip, to be honest. You know, we'll try. We're going to take one micro contract right now, though. Ah! Oh, no, it hurts. So I'm going to take two. And then we're going to leave it here and see if we break down some more. Dude, the range has got to be small. See what Nvidia and the SPY do. We're basically flat on this position here. This is taking too long. I'm going to cut this if it looks like it might break down some though, but it's taking too long for me, for my taste of holding. We also got a lot of big support levels underneath where we're currently at. So, like the Q is over a big level, Nvidia is right at the previous close. Like, there's some things I don't like about this. We just had that big candle wick, which I thought might give us a breakdown, but this is taking a little bit too long. I'm going to cut half of this here. Yeah, all right, that's time to get out. So we lost $10, very small trade. Yeah, there ain't no way I'm staying up all night. I still think market volatility would be at 9:30. It would just be less, you know. So like you would be able to trade at night, but the volume wouldn't be like, it's not like you're gonna have great volume. Yeah, username fits.
Happy Christmas to you.
All right. All right, guys. So we're here. Yeah. So I gotta I got a 49-inch ultra wide monitor, and I replaced my entire bottom row with this thing. My entire bottom row was replaced by this 49-inch monitor. Yep, it's a G9 Odyssey is what it is. It's just a nicer computer. It's so much faster. My last one was old, right? So it was like 4 years old. This thing is so much quicker. Everything I do on this computer's faster, right? Like, it's just much better. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking, this isn't the entire range of my computer. It's like, I'm looking, I just have one monitor that goes all the way in my peripheral vision. Yeah, AVGO is doing great. Guys, AVGO is doing great. Oh wait, I just realized that y'all can't see. There we go. Both. I bought a new monitor and a new computer, so I got a little bit of both. Yeah, so again, Amazon up to almost 230s, Apple at 240s. The BITO ETF is up big too. RGTI. Yeah, so the bottom monitor I have is too big, right? So a 49-inch monitor is what's called an ultra wide. Like, I'll see if I can back up enough to get it, but it's gonna be so hard to get like the peripheral vision in here. Like, it's gonna be so hard to get. I can back up, but even still, like, I could maybe turn it sideways and get a lot of it, but like, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I just put it up. Like, I'll put it up in our Discord and I'll show you guys, but if you want to join our Discord, it's completely free. It doesn't cost a penny to join. Yeah, so I just put it up. I basically got almost the whole monitor here pulled up. So yeah, if you want to join our Discord, there's the Discord link. But I'll show you guys as well here. Like, so this is the setup that I currently have. Originally I had four monitors. So I had this top one, which is a 34-inch ultra wide, and then I had another 34-inch ultra wide, and then a 27-inch and a 27-inch, which gave me more monitor space. But this is my new setup here. So I just replaced the entire bottom row with basically one monitor. Like, basically just one monitor replaced the bottom row. And it's curved too. So like, yeah. Yeah, well, this one actually zoomed out a little bit, so you can basically see everything. Yeah, no, and I did it because, like, look, and it wasn't cheap, but it basically replaced my entire bottom row. You know how many cords for monitor setup? Like, there's so many freaking cords everywhere. Me replacing 3 of my monitors with one made a lot of sense because the cords are it's just easy, you know? Yeah, it's on a desk. No, that's just a 34-inch monitor. So that's actually the monitor that you guys see, Chuck. So that's this monitor. The top monitor is this monitor that y'all see. What profits did you use to buy that setup? I mean, this YouTube channel, I'm doing this to make money, bro. I mean, it's a business expense, you know, but like I run this YouTube channel to make money. I certainly don't live off of my trading profits. You know, I mean, I'm also a real estate agent and do like some software development. And so like I've got a couple different income streams, but yeah, I certainly do this to make money. I mean, that's why anybody on YouTube does it. Let's just be real here. And that's okay. That should be fine. I'm providing a service. Like, we cover economic data as soon as it drops. People know if they want to know something going on in the market and finance and the economy, that they can tune in here. As well as, like, I day trade, but I'm one of the top 3 worst day traders of all time ever in the world. Water sponsorships, yeah, you know. All right, guys, we're waiting. We got 9 minutes left. 9 minutes. Well, it's just easier for me. Yeah, it's just easier altogether. Instead of having 3 monitors that I have to go back and forth with, I just have one big one. It's easier. It's easier to run my stream. It's faster. Yeah, we got manufacturing services PMI data coming out too. Yeah, for sure. Expense at all? Well, yeah, it is an expense. I only use this PC for work. I'd never use it for anything else. Ever, you know? And so. But I also don't write off, like, I don't write off my internet. So I write off this PC because it's purely work. It's in an office. I never use it for anything else. But I also don't write off my internet bill or anything like that because I use that too much for home stuff as well. And, like, I could, like, write off a percentage of it, but I just keep it simple and don't write off any of it. It's not big enough of an expense to really make it worth it, to really pinch pennies there. And a lot of the time I probably overpay in taxes, and that's fine, you know. I'm okay with paying taxes. I don't like it, but you know, it is what it is. All right, guys. Oh yeah, this guy right here, the bear in the suit. Him? That's Steve. Alright guys, here we go. We're basically completely flat, completely choppy. We got 6 minutes left. The big data this week is the FOMC meeting. All right, so look at that big turnaround. My short was absolutely correct. Look at that. So we did break down some. I don't think I would have held it through all this, though. We had about 15 minutes of chop. But I was absolutely correct in my direction here. It's a necessary expense, internet. You could expense the whole thing. No, I couldn't. So, okay, so just to put it into understanding, like, business taxes, right? So for taxes, okay, like, I can only write off the extent to which I use it for business. And so where I got my whole family here using the internet, I'm not allowed to write all of it off because I use it for other reasons outside of business, right? If I used it 100%, like my PC here, I only use for business, right? So I can write off this whole PC purchase. It's an asset, so I can technically write off the depreciation of this over time, but it's a little bit more complex. But the point is, I can write this off, right? In one way or another. With my internet, I use it for other reasons, and so I'm not allowed to write all of it off. And the savings that's going to give me just isn't worth it. Hey, what's up, Ride the Lightning? Hey, hope you're doing good, brother. Part of the internet, part of the heating. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I could write off technically the way it is I can write off the percentage in which I use it for business. But I usually don't write off any of it, right? I don't write off any of my utilities because, you know, my office is a tiny part of my house. And so it's just not worth it. Like the added work that's going to make it in my taxes is just not worth it. Yeah, I hope you're doing good, Ride the Lightning. Been a long time, man. Hope you're doing good. He was one of the OOGs here. Yeah. All right, so Bitcoin breaking the top of the Bollinger Band. All right, so look at Amazon break highs. We did bounce right there, that 200 exponential. I should have stayed shorting it, man. Like, look at that. Oh, I didn't mean to delete that comment. Oh, it's okay. What's up, Garav? Got my eyes open for a short op if we can't break PM highs. Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm trying to be safe and steady here. We got less than 2 minutes, guys. Less than 2 minutes until the opening bell. Did I have it in sub only mode? Yes, I did. Hey, y'all subscribe, hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. Amazon going? Yeah, for sure. Amazon is going. All right, we got about 40 seconds left until the opening bell, guys. Look at the NASDAQ bouncing right at that 200 exponential moving average. It's really one of my favorite levels. Look at the SPY bouncing right off of it too. The yellow line is the 200 EMA. Look at NVIDIA bouncing right off it too. If you don't watch the 200 exponential, you're missing out. Look at Q doing it too. So everything's bouncing off the 200 exponential here. Where's gold today? I haven't looked at gold as much. Gold's still all the way back to 26. Yeah, well, Bitcoin's a little different. All right, here's the opening bell, guys. Ding, ding, ding. There's the opening bell. All right, remember, in 15 minutes, we have manufacturing and services, PMI data, flash services. I'm going to let the opening bell calm down a little bit first. Ooh, all right. Look at that big run at the opening bell, guys. Look at that big bounce, breaking highs right at the opening bell. We're at 920s right now. So the NASDAQ just broke highs. Is this the lifetime high? Let me see. This is, right? This is the lifetime high on the NASDAQ, right? Oh, a monthly chart does not work. I'm gonna put a weekly chart up. That's easier, yeah. So we are breaking. This is what I'm saying. Like, people get so upset that I'm saying we might enter a Santa rally, but the Nasdaq's literally breaking lifetime highs here. How can you say, like, how can you get mad about me even mentioning Santa rally? Like, look at the Nasdaq breaking lifetime highs at the opening bell here, guys. Lifetime highs. Crazy. Look at this, up to 925s. Will we break 22K? All-time highs. And again, guys, leading into this holiday, sometimes we get what's called a Santa rally, where markets rally leading into the holiday of Christmas. Now, this one's an incredibly important week because we have the FOMC decision this week, and that might really add some extra boost to either markets on the upside or downside. Right now, the Federal Reserve is expected to cut rates 25 basis points. At this point in time, it's about 97 to 3% likelihood of a rate cut versus a pause, and we'll see what happens. At the very least, we have PCE data this week as well, but the FOMC meeting could genuinely like boost markets on the upside or downside. So on Wednesday, it is absolutely something you want to pay attention to, as well as what Jerome Powell says during the meeting to see if we get like good action, bad action, hawkish Fed, dovish Fed, restrictive versus, economic growing Fed. We'll see what happens here, chat. We'll see what happens. Tune in Wednesday at 2 p.m. All right. Oh, yeah. So did we roll over? Usually Top Step automatically rolls over for you. Let me see. Micro NASDAQ here. I'm still on Z24. I think, when is the rollover date? I think it's like, look at the NASDAQ push up again. When is the rollover date, guys? Yeah, I just asked a question, Faye. It was even crazier. Is it time to roll over yet? I'm gonna see if AI will answer it. What is the rollover date for current NQ futures? Let's see if they know. I know it's this week. I'm not sure exactly when. Apple pump it up. So NASDAQ broke highs again, got up to 935s. All right, so the rollover date is December 16th. Expiration date is the 20th. So we can start rolling over today. What's the new symbol? NQH5. Okay, so the good thing about Top Step is I think they auto roll for you. So they're gonna auto roll over when it's the best time. The Z24 one's still working. Yeah, Apple pump it up, guys. Apple just broke lifetime highs as well at just under, not lifetime highs. I'm sorry. Apple's just under lifetime highs. Apple's at almost 250s right now. It's making a push. But I think we're kind of fading out a little bit here. I'm gonna wait another minute, but I'm gonna look to short, to be honest, because I think this looks a little bit weak. I know breaking all-time highs is a weak look, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm gonna wait. Do not copy me. Remember, chat, I have no freaking idea what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm wrong here, guys. Look at the SPY pump. I don't know. Again, I think it looks to be like losing some steam, but who freaking knows, man? Nvidia breaking down. Very, very choppy open here, chat. Very, very choppy open. All right, now we're flushing down some here. Yeah, there's the weakness. It's a 49-inch ride. Yeah, it's a 49-inch. It was about $1,000 though, so for a monitor it's a little expensive, but it's cool. All right, Nvidia cracked lows of the day here. It's down to 132s. Watching the SPY, we're getting an incredibly choppy market right now. It is the FOMC week, so maybe the market's just nervous about that. All right, so we're starting to make another top. Yeah, guys, my hands are off right now. And again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. I have no freaking idea what I'm talking about, chat. But I'm not touching things right now. And I would be very careful if you are too, guys. All right, there's the breakdown. I thought we might. It looked like we were losing steam, but it's also a little early now. I'm going to short this. 2 contracts here, short. See if we get a flush down. This is what I'm ultimately looking for. There we go. Took half off there, locked it in. See if we can break down some more. Ah. And now if we push up, we're still fine. I don't know if I want to add to this either, though. There we go. Break it down some more. Now we're popping back up. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. So we're basically got out flat. I didn't want to get stuck in a run up here. So yeah, it looks like it was the right decision. If we retrace a little bit more, I'll add some more. The problem is Nvidia's breaking down with us, right? So I'll go long if we get a pullback, like a good pullback. The reason is, look at BITO, Bitcoin pumping up right now. Chat. All right, so we're in 2 contracts here, long. Oof. All right, we took half of that off just to protect it. I don't trust this at all now. We're basically flat on the day, but I don't trust this at all now. So we're out. We're down like 20 bucks or something. But man, look at BITO run up, chat. Wow. Wow. All right, we're short. We're going to take 2 contracts here. It's a risky day, though. I would just be careful, guys. We're trying to take larger size, so just bear with me. We are trying to take larger size. And it might take a couple days of really getting used to taking size like this. All right, so we have 4 contracts now short. Oof. Got beat up again. I'm gonna switch accounts. This is my main account. I don't want to lose too much on it, and so we've got another one that we can trade that's pretty fresh. So I just don't want to risk giving too much back in that account, to be honest. My hands are off for that one, at least right now. I'm gonna try my best too. We are currently down like $100 on it, which is pretty small overall. We're getting a choppy range, though. The question is, do we short at the top of the range now? I think you have to pay attention to Apple, which tapped 250s. 250s. Look at that move up. Wow, getting some strength here. Yeah, so the data comes out in 6 minutes as well, chat. 6 minutes. I don't know if it's really going to have a big influence, though. I don't. Look at that candle, guys. Wow. Wow. All-time high break. I think we're at least going to push up to try to test it now that we're up here. We're at all-time highs. We tapped it once. Try to break all-time highs again. Let's see if it does. There it goes. Wow. Wow. Look at this all-time high break. I think 22 is like a freaking magnet at this point in time. Bitcoin is shooting up as well, chat. Shooting up. Is BITO halted? Wait. Is BITO halted right now? No, it's not. Okay. I was about to say. All right, chat. We have 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. We'll pull it back to like a main resistance level. Market's looking hella weak right now after breaking highs. Look at this flushed out here, chat. We got 4 minutes left. 4 minutes. Oh, you need my timer. Yeah, I got you here. I mean, we have... I'm not going to even put a timer up. It's not worth it. Bitcoin's still breaking highs. Looking good. Bitcoin up to 104 and a half, or 105s basically right now. Bitcoin's running, doing things. It's a big old candle here, you guys. I'm going to buy this dip now. 2 contracts. I'm catching a falling knife here, so I would just be very careful copying me in this. But we're gonna scalp that move. A little baby move here. Try to take the other direction now. 2 contracts. Short. There we go. I got a bad fill on the rest. All right, guys, here we go. We got less than 2 minutes, a minute and a half left. This is taking too long. We're green on this account, but I'm gonna cut this. Like, we made a little bit of money. It's just taking too long here. Small baby gains, and it looks like getting out there was the right decision. All right, guys, here we go. Manufacturing services expected at 49.4. Services expected at 55.7. Now, the greater amount over 50, the more expansion in that sector. So in services, they're expecting an expansion of 55. A 55.7. In manufacturing flash PMI for December, they're expecting 49.4. So basically break even, but a slight contracting manufacturing sector according to PMI today. So that's what we're looking at. Hey, nice ride. All right, here we go. Chat, we got 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. I'm going to let this report drop. Although I am short biased here because it kind of looks like a cup and handle pattern. But I'm going to let the report drop first. I don't know how big this data is going to move markets anyway. Tomorrow's retail sales data is much more important. But this one's somewhat relevant. We'll see if it moves anything, like majorly. All right, guys, we got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. All right, here's the report. And we came in lower than expected for services, or lower than expected for manufacturing, higher than expected for services. So services showed 58.5, a strong services sector, which is probably what's going to move markets a little bit more. Manufacturing showed 48.3, but services came in higher. Manufacturing came in lower. We'll put this data up on screen so you can see it. But again, manufacturing came in weaker, slightly weaker, not very much. Services came in noticeably higher, so a stronger services sector. And services is basically everything outside of manufacturing for the most part, within a couple, excluding a couple things. But services came in at 58.5 versus 55.7 expected. So way better services than expected. And again, this is good, I would say, for like the market and the economy. Now, retail sales tomorrow is big. And so again, we are pushing up. All right, I'll put this up on screen. All right, so here's the S&P services or manufacturing. And then here is there's the services. And then here is the regular. And I would say this is mostly positive. So I'll make it green. We'll also put it centered. There we go. So here's the report right here on screen. You can see it all right there. Again, market hasn't really reacted. A little underwhelming of a reaction here for it, but it is good. And Bitcoin's steady pushing up. Bitcoin's making its big run. All right, so we're pushing up some. Again, I thought services might have been a little bit better than expected here. I'm gonna put that right in the middle. Look at Bitcoin, guys. Wow. Bitcoin up to almost 107s. Or Bitcoin up to about 106s right now. 106. Crazy. Wow. Crazy, crazy here. Look at this movement. Whew. I'll buy this again. I'm going to start taking one contract here. 2 contracts. But I got to be careful because the range is so choppy and sideways. I wanted to short. I probably should have shorted here. I talked about that earlier. All right, and there's a huge push. A huge push for markets, chat. Wow. Wow. Big turnaround here, guys. Crazy. Honestly, the market's super choppy, right? Maybe it's the Fed decision week. That's the only thing I could really think of here. Causing this choppiness, volatility. I don't think we have anything else coming through today either. But I know I'm gonna pivot to like a 1 contract model here. Because multiple contracts ain't helping. All right, there goes Apple starting to turn here. Look at, we're trying to break lifetime highs again on the NASDAQ. And so we're too close to lifetime highs for me to want to short it, but we're also too strong for me to want to, or we're also too extended on the upside for me to want to short it. Thought Bitcoin was done going up for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, nobody freaking knows what Bitcoin's going to do. I'm just glad I'm still holding my original position where I bought it around Thanksgiving to take advantage of a rally, like a holiday rally. Nvidia's starting to bounce back though. That's needed. Maybe that'll drag the market up. John, how can a company beat a short seller report? I mean, have good fundamentals. All right, so we're right up to lifetime highs again. SPY's starting to fight back some here too. And again, if you want to check out Top Step, I'm day trading on Top Step today. The reason Top Step is powerful is because almost all day traders lose. It doesn't matter where you go, what course you take, who your mentor is. Most day traders lose. And so if you're in the beginning of your day trading journey, you can either fund your own account and probably lose it, Or you could try a funded account program, genuinely limit risk versus funding your own account. And if you pass it, the reward's very similar to funding your own account, right? So they give you a demo. Top Step's the most legit one in the world. They give you a 50K demo for your base one. If you can make 3K in profit without losing 2K first on a 50K demo, while following all their rules and conditions, and you want to check all this with them first, they fund you 50K with a 90% split, and they pay out they paid out over 150 million since 2020. They fund thousands of traders. And they've been around for over 12 years. And so it's genuinely the best way to learn how to day trade, because it's kind of like a middle ground of pressure. You have some pressure, like you still want to like win and you're still risking something, but it's not nearly the extent of funding your own account. And so if you fail, you're out $49 for the base one. It's not the end of the world. But if you pass it, you get a 50K funded account with a 90% split. And again, they pay out millions of dollars to their traders. And it's just a good middle ground where you're risking something. It's not just a base demo account, but you're also not having to risk thousands and thousands of dollars like you do funding your own account. And if you pass it, you can fund your own account. If you pass it, you can fund your own account with the profits if you're good enough, but if you fail, like most traders, your risk is going to be limited. It's the best of both worlds. And again, in the futures market, you can day trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, gold, some currencies. Patterns are super, super similar to blue chip stock patterns. If you look at this as well, guys, you can also see there's zero commission on Top Step X. So if you use Top Step X, there's literally zero commission. The fees are tiny, tiny amounts of fees, 74 cents in fees per trade. So basically nothing, And so, yeah, if you want to check it out, I'll put the link up. They're an affiliate of mine, so I get paid by them, so I'm biased. Of course, I'm opinionated for them already because I get paid, but genuinely good for new traders in my opinion. But confirm all of this stuff with them. Understand, I'm definitely biased, like anybody, like any of you all would be in my case. But there's the link if you want to check it out. All right, sorry, Kira called me. You know how it goes. All right, so NASDAQ broke all-time highs I see during the Carol call. Are you guys red or green today? Let me do a poll. All right, so there's the last poll, 74-25. 75-25 basically was the poll. Are you red or green today, guys? Red, green. No trades. There's the poll. Let me know how you feel. Look at the NASDAQ pump here, guys. Wow. I think the NASDAQ wants 22K. I really do. I think the NASDAQ wants 22K. Crazy movement here. Yeah, I'm going to take if I trade now for today, I'm going to take like one contract positions just because the market's just not giving us much. All right. Part of me wants to short this. I think a long is almost too obvious, but I think if I'm wrong, it's gonna like pump up big, and I don't feel like getting caught in that. Let me make sure we don't have anything else dropping today. I don't think we do. Yeah, no, that's it. We got a bond auction at 11:30, but that's it. Nothing big. Tomorrow's day, every day after this is busy, basically. All right. Alright, so we're pulling back to like a big support level here. Let's see if we actually come back down some. I just don't want to get stuck in like a high break. The market's been like ripping up in my face. There we go. We got into a really nice trade on our other account. Nice. I'll switch back to this account. We got ourselves back to basically flat on the other one that we traded. Like just to show you the trades here. Like these are the last string of trades we had since that big loss. So like you can kind of see we ended up fighting our way back. Could be worse. Let's see if we get anything good. I'm gonna keep trading for a little while at least. See if we can go green on the day. Yeah, Bitcoin finally coming down some, but it ran up big. We don't have any like big earnings reports, do we, coming through later, do we? It's been a while. My new computer's so much faster. It's so quick. That's cool. Yeah, we don't have anything today, this evening. Nope. We're in the quiet phase for earnings, I believe. We got General Mills on Wednesday. And then we got MU in the evening on Wednesday. I don't know if I want to cover MU though. I don't know if it's going to be big enough. We got Nike, BlackBerry on Thursday after the close. FedEx too. Friday, boring. Yeah, so we're in the quiet phase. We got a couple small earnings reports next week, but nothing big. Or this week, I mean, but nothing big. Where's Google at? The market's popping up again. Honestly, Google's been doing great, honestly, as a company. They've been breaking lifetime highs. Yeah, their lifetime highs are now at like 197.70s, and they're currently at 197 or 196. So they hit lifetime highs at the opening bell this morning. Google did. So the new lifetime high on Google is 197.73. Just put this up here. Put Google up at the bottom so you can see it a little bit more. Whoa, what did I just do? Look at the NASDAQ break all-time highs here. There we go. So yeah, you can see Google. I do want you guys to be able to see everything here though. So let me scroll down. There we go. All right, so lifetime high break again. And this is a big surge up here. Look at this. I would normally short this, but I wanted to run out of steam first. Another big push. I think we're gonna try to go for 22,000 today. I really do. So if we get like an extended pullback, I'll maybe buy into it. And we might short a little top too if we see signs of like a slowdown. Yeah, we'll try this. I'm gonna cut out of this. I think there's better opportunity. I think we might fade a little bit down, but I'm just gonna wait. See, there's the fade down. It's just too risky, in all honesty, to short this top. I think that's what we're pushing for, though, is 22K. 22K. And so we start to accumulate a position leading into that, expecting the push to 22K today. I'll buy it here. I don't like it. I'm going to add to this slowly. 2 contracts. 3 contracts. But I have to be very careful. I'm trying to take larger positions. I just think, there we go. I'm going to take half off just to protect it. Because we're moving up to 22K. And I think we want to hit it. But I also think there's some risk too, you know. I don't mind adding into this dip. 3 contracts. Took half off. Took another piece off. There we go. Let's make the push. Sometimes these big milestone levels like 22K are like a freaking magnet. That's why I'm buying this here. And I'm going to keep 1 contract and maybe add to it as we get close to just let it tap it. Look at this, up more. There we go. $10 away from 22K. We added to this. Took a little piece off there. Now we're right at the top. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Just lock that profit in. And then see if we get another pullback to add back. Consolidate a little bit beforehand. There we go. We got 4. We're going to take some size here. Take some risk. 5. 6. All right, we're at 6 contracts here. Come on, give it to me. This is too big a size. I'm gonna cut a piece just to protect it. I still think it's gonna happen, but I'd like to add more if it dips more just in case. And if it goes up, we're gonna make enough from it to compensate for the little $20 we just took off of it. We're basically right here, guys. Come on. All right, we just locked in that profit that we made back. We got 2 contracts. 3 now. We took another little piece off there, locked it in. See, the problem though that I'm seeing here is it's struggling to get over it. All right, we just took a little bit more off here, and we're basically like, and now we can add to it if we get a large enough pullback. The question is when it happens, and if it happens later on, I don't want to get stuck in like a big loss. All right, we're gonna add to this now. 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna trade with the cushion that we have on the day already, but yeah, we already got profit on the day. We're kind of trading into that profit, but I don't necessarily like this dip. But I want to give it time. What do we got? 5 contracts. There we go. All right, I took 2 of these off just to protect it. There we go. Because I'll make that back, but if it goes against me, it's less risk. And we'll add it right back here, and maybe add a little bit more. There we go. All right, I'm gonna let this work a little bit of time. I think it wants to break 22K, and I think Apple's coming back and a couple other ones. I might be wildly wrong. Don't copy me. There we go. Back to green. Take some of that size off to protect. Now we're basically break even. So we got this a good little entry for break even. Let's see if we hold. Not what we want to see here, of course. But I think it's going to want to test that 22K. And I think it's been faking people out like this all day. So, and luckily we had cushion leading up to it on that last trade. And so I really am giving it time. A lot of the time these high of the days can be like magnets. And I think 22K is a big level that a lot of traders are watching and waiting for and wanting to take advantage of. So, but if we're wrong, we lose 50, 100 bucks. It's not the end of the world. I mean, we got to take risks sometimes in trading. And I think the edge is good, right? There we go. It wants to go. Yep. There we go. We'll take a piece off there. Maybe add a little bit more too. I think it's gonna make that run towards 22K now. We'll take 4. And then we'll look to take another piece off. There we go. There we go. I'll leave the last 2 for the high break. Yeah, I think we're managing it well where we're like aware of risk, but we also understand like the probabilities here. And I think the probabilities that's going to push up and at least break 22K once is pretty high, but it's not 100%, of course, and anything could freaking happen here. So you just got to understand that too, chat. Like, I'm okay with taking a little bit of risk, but, you know, you're supposed to risk size up when there's good variance, but they're good probabilities. And so we're just trying to size up where we have a good edge. And if we lose, it's small. Yeah, so look at that momentum that keeps pushing it up. It wants to go higher. Just take it too long, though. We could add to it. All right, we took 4 contracts now. There we go. Sized in. Let's see if we get the momentum that we want. There we go. All right, we took our 2 off again. There we go. And you can see how similar this is to day trading stocks. We're day trading on Top Step X. No PDT rule in futures. And so if we get up there, we're going to add more to it if we can size in here. But we're going to take 3 now. Size in. And then maybe take that 1 off as soon as we get like a favorable spot, like right there. There we go. There we go. We'll add a little bit more. Who knows how long this will take, though, to be honest. Yeah, I don't like that drop. The big risk here is that if it starts to drop fast, people get scared. And they might like unload quickly here. And so It also could break this low, fake out, and then pop right back up. Like, we got to just look at all the different probabilities here. It wants to go back up, though, but... Like, I think it's going to break 22K today. Again, the risk, let me draw out what I mean. So the risk here is that it doesn't break it right now, and it goes like this, and then later on into the day, it pushes back up and makes another test, right? Like, that's the risk. And if that's the case, I'm not sure if I'm going to hold it through this dip. And so I can't just assume it's automatically only going to break. Like, there's also always a chance that it doesn't, you know. And if we're wrong, you know, we've already made money on the trade, it looks like. But, yeah, look at that candle. Wow. See, like I said, there's a chance that it tries to fake people out. So it breaks this low and then it pops right back up. And that's exactly what you just saw. You know, get some liquidity from this little bottom break and then moves back up, but look at it head right back up there. I should have added on that dip. Your opinion on CGC? I don't like cannabis stocks. I don't like cannabis stocks specifically because, all right, we're going to take our little piece off our profit. I don't like cannabis stocks specifically because, like, every politician says they're going to legalize. And there's too much like money floating around in lobbyists and variants. And so I just don't like cannabis stocks because of that reason. I just don't think they're profitable to invest in. All right, we're going to add to this and see if that helps, but there's also a risk it doesn't. I'm okay with losing like 50 to 100 bucks on the trade. I'm trying to be patient though. I really am. So, and again, if you want to check out Top Step, this is what I'm trading on today. So it just limits your risk. So no matter what, I'm going to be fine. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. We'll see if we can get another ad spot too. I think it's going to make another push. There we go. We got 2 contracts now. Again, if you want to check out Top Step, funded account program, best way to learn how to day trade, in my opinion. Limited risk, 90% split once you're funded, and you get to keep your first 10K in profit. They're the most legit one in the world. They've paid out 150 plus million since 2020. They fund thousands of traders. They have some of the best rules in the game in funding, and they're one of the most reliable in terms of payouts as well. Been around for over 12 years. If you want to check them out, there's the link. They are an affiliate of a sponsor of mine. I'm biased for sure. Yeah, so there's a breakdown. See, it keeps trying to grab liquidity from breaking this low, and it sets it up for a risky spot. All right, I'm going to unload a piece of this there. We got 1 contract now, so no matter what, it ain't going to be the end of the world. Either way, it goes up or down. Apple's creeping up. Bitcoin's still doing well. You gotta watch BITO and Bitcoin still moving here, chat. Alright, so let's see if we can get another push here. Ooh, maybe that was the bad ad spot. I want to give it time to break 22, and I think it will. There's just, the question is when. And like, how much risk do I want to take waiting for it is what I got to ask myself. Nvidia fallen down a little bit too, but I'm watching Apple. Yeah. See, we made a lot on the way up, and now we're kind of giving it back. So it could have been worse though. We'll give it one more second, but there's a pop-up. Best app for options? I'm not sure. There's a lot of different ones. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this. So we made a lot on the way up, and then it's just kind of giving it back to us today, unfortunately. It'll probably make another test. I'm guessing it'll probably make another test towards that level, but it's just when. How long it takes is a completely different story, and we'll have to wait and see. So we're in another trade here on our other one here, just to put this into perspective. We got 2 contracts on this one here. Let me shrink it enough. So I'm gonna take another piece off there. And then we're still up another $20. We'll go ahead and get out the rest there too. So we'll see what we'll do on this other account we got. Big pop up. ASML big come down. It could be tomorrow. Yeah, it might break 22K. We'll see. Who knows when it's going to break down, how much it's going to break down if it does. It's just taking too much time. I still think it's going to go for 22K. It's just how long is it going to take to do it? You know what I mean? Might be now. All right, so look, there's it breaking down even more here too. So we'll see if it fights its way back. Look. So I gotta zoom in on my screen, so it's hard to see exactly like where we're at. Yeah, there's a big crap breakdown, or crack breakdown. 12 p.m. squeeze. Yeah, I think it'll try to break 22K, but who knows how long it'll freaking take here. You know. Could break at the 200 exponential. It could also be like ahead of the FOMC meeting. Maybe we just get chopped today. That's possible. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Definitely not my favorite day, but it could be just the FOMC meeting week volatility. If you want to check out Top Step, link is in the description. We're gonna be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we have retail sales data, guys. So we got retail sales data tomorrow. A huge day. The day after that, we got the Fed meeting. The day after that, we got GDP data and jobless claims. The day after that, we have PCE inflation data. So we got some crazy stuff going on every single day this week. Be ready. We'll cover it all live as we do on stream like we always do here, chat. So we'll cover everything live on stream. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thanks so much for joining us. And yeah, always remember, I do trade off stream. You're not going to see all my trades. I might have no idea what I'm talking about, guys. Might be wildly wrong. about anything and everything I say. Do not copy me. Not an investment professional. Not liable if you lose. Bitcoin ripping up, though, guys. Bitcoin at 107s now. 107s. So Bitcoin's actually doing some stuff here. And so, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good. Sorry, we're trying to watch everything going on. Where's my... Oh, that's an editor. Okay. All right, guys. Later, chat.